What kind of power is that? Luffy. Nami squealed as she desperately continued to cling to him in the air. Luffy suddenly realized that the new trousers the girls gave him did not have Rayleigh's Vivre card, so he quickly scanned the women below him for his old pants. He soon spotted them in the arms of a blonde, and without further hesitation, he extended his other arm to grab her. Gomu Gomu no. Fusen. With a girl in each arm, Luffy inflated and bounced once on the ground, rocketing over the mountain and out of harm's way. Nami's paw. Nami braced herself as Luffy landed into the thick jungle and placed both her and Marguerite back on their feet. Still somewhat dizzy from all the commotion, Nami snapped at Marguerite, "What the hell is wrong with you people? We don't even wanna be here. Why can't we just leave?" Before Marguerite could respond, Nami then turned to Luffy, "And you? How many times do I have to tell you not to grab me like that? I can't believe you're so. Nami." Luffy gulped as his face started to redden, "You're kinda close." In all her rage and disorientation, somehow Nami didn't realize that she was mere inches from Luffy's face. There was a long pause, and staring into her captain's jet black eyes only made her emotions more unstable. Nami blushed hard and scoffed, pushing Luffy away, "Just. Stop looking at me." Luffy and Marguerite only blinked in response to her outburst, but after another short pause Marguerite looked down and sighed, "I apologize for trying to kill you. The truth is, the ban on men was ordered by our leader, Snake Princess Boa Hancock." Hammock who? Luffy only tilted his head in confusion, but Nami's eyes widened in panic. "Be Boa Hancock, one of the warlords of the sea." Nami dropped to her knees and covered her face with her hands. "Why do we always wind up fighting warlords? Crocodile, Moria, Kuma." Luffy's paw. As Nami continued to mope, Marguerite began taking the frills off of Luffy's new clothes. "Thanks." Luffy nodded and Marguerite smiled in return. Suddenly, Nami appeared at Luffy's side and pulled him away from Marguerite. "Luffy, what are you doing?" "What? She was helping me, that's all," Luffy responded. Nami's eye twitched slightly and she hissed, "I don't want you talking to any other. I mean, I don't think we should trust her." "Well, she's not trying to kill us now, is she?" Luffy smirked. "It'll be okay, Nami. Besides, we need to focus on getting out of this place, right?" Nami's paw. Before Nami could retort, Luffy turned back to Marguerite to ask about a boat to use. Nami was too distracted to chastise Luffy about forgetting that they were in the calm belt. Instead, her mind was spinning in circles. "Why do I care so much if Luffy talks to Marguerite? It can't be jealousy. I don't get jealous. I don't." Nami was so lost in thought, in fact, that the only thing that snapped her out of her trance was the sound of someone drowning. She quickly fixed her gaze on Luffy, who had tried to construct a raft out of dead tree branches and was currently flailing about mere feet from the shoreline. That idiot. Nami soon felt Marguerite brush past her to Luffy's aid. It was at that moment that Nami had made up her mind once and for all, he might be an idiot, but he's my idiot. And with that, Nami ran faster than she had ever ran in her life, flying past Marguerite and diving headfirst into the ocean. There were few things Nami hated more than getting her clothes drenched, but as she swam towards her now sinking captain, saving him was the only thing on her mind. Just as Luffy's hand went below the surface, Nami submerged herself and wrapped her arm around him. In a matter of seconds, she was back on the shore with Luffy's bloated body lying on the sand. Without thinking, she straddled her captain's torso and began pushing into his chest with her hands. Nothing. Her only available option was mouth to mouth, but just the thought alone made her entire body quake. Marguerite, who had been quietly observing, interjected, "What are you waiting for? He's not gonna make it." Heart racing a million times a second, Nami leaned over her captain until their lips were inches apart. This really settles it then, Nami thought. I'm in love with Monkey D. Luffy. But it was at that moment, the instant her lips touched his, that Luffy's eyes shot open and a geyser of salty seawater blasted out of his mouth, spraying all over Nami's face. Nami recoiled on instinct as Luffy spat out a wad of seaweed onto the sand beside him. After a couple more moments of chaos, the two locked eyes once again, and Nami felt as though her entire body was set on fire. This is gonna be a nightmare. Where stories live. Discover now.